Handwriting has a very important role to play in exams. Many students complain that their handwriting is good, they know what they want to write, but the problem is they fail to finish on time. Other students say that they can indeed write fast and finish on time, but the problem is they end up leaving a messy handwriting on the exam paper. Now the big problem is, how can we write fast and still keep a neat handwriting? Let's get to find that out in this video. Hi everyone, what's up Clevy Nations? Welcome back to my channel. And in case this is the first time we are meeting, my name is Clevy and I'm all about sharing my experiences through medical school and life by giving you tips that has helped me each step of the way. If you're just tuning in, this episode 5 of our ACE Exams Like a Boss series. You can check out the previous episode by clicking right here, and you can also check out the full series playlist in the description box below. This whole series is dedicated to you and all your struggles with exams, whether it is from the mistakes you need to avoid in exams, to how to beat exam anxiety, how to overcome exams fear, to how to deal with stress during exams, to how to remember everything you read and studied in exams, and everything else. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to get notified so you can watch every single episode, because if you do, you'll be entered for a very special giveaway that could make a huge difference in your academics, and I will tell you more about that at the end of this episode. In our age of digital technologies, especially in an age where communication and note-taking have moved increasingly to computers and cell phones, in an age where we can go almost a week without writing anything by hand, many people have found themselves in the situation where their handwriting is now completely illegible. So most of the time, our inability to write fast while retaining legibility is a very big issue. I need you to understand that handwriting is very different from typing. You can't speed it up much by simply writing faster. I know we type with our phones and computers almost every day, but the situation changes during exams. Suddenly, you just not only have to write with your hands, but you have to do it quickly. Your fingers get tired, handwriting gets worse, you glance at the clock and see that you won't be able to make it on time, you start hurrying, you get more and more nervous, start forgetting what you should have written, and you start making a terrible mess. I talked about messy handwriting in episode 1 as one of the mistakes people make in exam. Here is what I had to say. I know students who failed tests not because they didn't know what to write or because they didn't read, but because they had messy handwriting. See, the truth is you won't be there when your lecturer is wondering what you're writing in that test script. You won't be there when they are wondering what you were writing in that exams paper. So what are you to do? Make sure you use your best handwriting when you're writing your exam. In that video, I talked about the 10 mistakes you should avoid to score high in exams, and I want you to go and check it out because you definitely don't want to make them. Alright, so here is how you can write fast and still maintain a neat handwriting. Hunching over and having your face next to the paper will not only strain your eyes, neck, and back, but also applies additional weight to your arm and hand. Straighten your back and make sure that your feet are resting flat on the floor. Both your knees and elbows should be bent and you should feel comfortable while you sit. Instead of dipping your head down to look at the page while you're writing, I need to keep your head as straight as possible while casting your eyes down. I know this will still result in a slight dip of the head, but it's better than just having your head hanging towards the page. If you don't sit properly, your hands will end up tiring at a faster rate because of the pressure you're applying on it. And also, maintaining a good sitting posture is also beneficial to your backs and your hips. So make sure you always sit up straight and your shoulders relaxed. Maintain this sitting posture because it will reduce fatigue and improve your stamina as you write. Position the paper at an angle between 30 and 45 degrees. What do I mean by that? I know we have people who are left-handed, so I'm going to be explaining this tip in 2 ways. First for the right-handed person and then for the left-handed person. Join me to the table as I quickly explain these 2 things to you. If you're a right-handed person, I need you to tilt your paper or book to the left. Once you do this, you'll notice that the right corner of your book will be placed high and the left corner pointing towards the left. If you're a left-handed person, I need you to tilt your paper or book to the right. Once this is done correctly, you'll notice that the left corner will be placed high and the right corner pointing towards the right. Positioning your paper this way at this angle while writing really helps improve your handwriting and your speed. However, as you practice writing, I want you to make small adjustments to find the angle that feels most comfortable to you and the one that allows you to write most legibly and fast. Many people grip the pen so hard in an effort to gain control over their strokes, but that often leads to sore hands, which leads to sloppy writing. Don't hold your pen so hard that you overwork your muscle. You will just be adding more strains to your hands. So make sure you hold the pen or pencil in a way that is comfortable for you. When writing, make sure that your hand is in a comfortable position and doesn't cramp and get fatigued as you write. The traditional way to hold a pen or pencil is to support the pen in between your index finger and thumb while the pen rests on your middle finger. However, different individuals have different styles of holding their pen, so make sure you go with the one that you're most comfortable with and use a soft grip. Don't hold your pen too tightly as this causes pain and slows down writing. The smoothness of how the pen rolls over the paper can also determine how fast on it you write. There are many different types of pen. We have fountain pens, ballpoint pens, roller ball pens, the gel ink pen, fiber tip pens, and so on. You know, I can never tell you exactly what pen to use. Just like how I do with other videos, I cannot tell you exactly what you should do when there are different things out there, but I always encourage you to go and try out everyone and see the one that works best for you, because what works for me may not work for you. So make sure you take this extra work, go out, try out all the different type of pen and know the one that works best for you. However, while choosing a pen, there are some few things I also want you to consider. Number one, I need you to pick a pen that allows you to write effortlessly. Number two, I want you to know that poor quality pen can have a significant impact on the legibility and speed of your writing, and so it may be worth it to spend a little extra to get a good pen. Number three, choose a pen based on how well it suits your grip style and as well as how fast it allows you to write. Number four, find a pen that isn't too thin, that is hard to grip, and isn't too thick either, that writing becomes uncomfortable. Stretch your hands before writing. The rise of computers and cell phones for written communication has had a significant negative impact on handwriting. Let me tell you something interesting. One study revealed that 33% of people have trouble reading their own writing. So if you don't stretch your hands to prepare them for this sudden increase in activity, you'll find yourself cramping up sooner than you would like. Here are some hand exercises you could do before writing. Number one, clench your writing hand into a gentle fist and hold the position for 30 seconds. Then spread your fingers wide and stretch them for 30 seconds. Repeat 4 to 5 times. Number two, place your palm hand down on the table. Then lift and stretch each finger up one at a time. Then lower it. Repeat 4 to 5 times. Place a rubber band around your fingers and thumb and stretch it and relax. Also repeat 4 to 5 times. By doing these exercises, we are training our hand and finger muscles to write longer, faster, and without any fatigue. Proper writing technique engages muscles all the way from the fingers up to the shoulders and results in a smooth movement of the pen across the paper or book. Don't just turn your wrist. Move your arm side by side at a constant rate as well. Let your fingers act more as the guide rather than the force behind your writing. While you're writing, keep the spacing between the letters and the words constant. If you know you have a tendency of joining your letters too much, try to space it out a little bit. If you write letters very far, try to reduce it. Keep the letters close to each other, but just be consistent. Make sure their paths don't touch. People use different slants for writing. Some people prefer left slant or right slant, or just simply like writing straight, just like me. As with spacing, I also want you to keep your slant consistent. When we write in a hurry, we tend to tangle our letters and our words, and that's when our ascenders and descenders aren't written properly. Here is something I had to do for a particular group of people. And so in case this is your first time of hearing ascenders and descenders in writing, let me explain what they are. Lowercase letters of the 26 alphabet are divided into 3 groups. We have tall, short, and hanging. And here is a word that comprises of the 3 different groups. Tall letters have ascenders and hanging letters have descenders. Now you know what ascenders and descenders are. So when you're writing, always make sure that you don't drag them too much that they create a mess. And here's something I have to tell you if you know you normally do this. Please stop joining letters. Always learn to write them clearly. You're not going to have the fastest and the neatest handwriting overnight. If you've been typing on a computer or on your phone most of the time, suddenly having to write an exam under pressure can be very challenging. And so it's very important to practice. Practice every day to improve the speed and the appearance of your handwriting. The more you do it, the quicker and the neater your handwriting will become. Here are some ways you can practice. You can carry a textbook and try to look for a paragraph and recopy it out on your notes and time yourself. Maybe the first time you're doing this, you finish within 4 minutes. I want you to write that paragraph again, but this time aim to finish in 3 minutes. Repeat this until you're able to write that same paragraph within a small amount of time and at a constant speed. Now, I'm fully aware that exams won't be a copy and paste because you're not copying from anywhere to paste into your exams paper. So here is what I want you to do in order to practice for your exams. I need you to write out something that you have in your head. You could write a lyrics of a song, or you could also write about yourself. Just like the first one, aim to finish with a small amount of time and at a constant speed. Also, while practicing, I want you to initially focus on achieving the speed first. Then you can improve on the presentation of your handwriting. But don't spoil your handwriting. For the speed. Try to always create a legible handwriting while writing fast. I need you to find a nice balance between speed and legibility. Don't expect your handwriting and speed to miraculously improve overnight. It may take some time to erase the improper muscle memory of writing poorly and slowly. Over time, as your hand and arm grow more accustomed to this new writing motion, you can speed up your writing while trying to maintain the same legibility as your slower practice writing. However, bear in mind that with time and patience, you will see a marked improvement. Since this is ACE Exams Like a Boss series and we are talking about all things exams, it just feels right to talk about how to deal and cope with bad results. And so in episode 6, that's what we will be tackling. Remember that if you watch every single episode in this series, leave a thoughtful comment on each video and follow me on Instagram, you're entered to win our grand prize. 2 hardworking subscribers will emerge winners and they'll be asked what they need in school and one of their needs will be met. I'm so excited about this. All the details to enter in the description box below. Also, don't forget to share, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to get notified every single time I post a new video every Saturdays and 2 Wednesdays. Let me know what you think of episode 5 and comment your major takeaway. If you enjoyed this video, you definitely click on these 2 playlists right here. Clevy Nations, I can't wait to see you in my next video. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy and stay blessed. I love you. Thank you for watching.